Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to RealLeeAtl. Yes. I got it right this time, y'all. I know on my last video, if you saw it, I was just struggling with the name because I had just changed it. I had changed my channel, my YouTube channel from Authentically Lee, which I thought had a cute ring, Authentically Lee. But people were having trouble spelling authentic. What is that about? Like, oh my goodness. Like, you really had trouble spelling authentic? Like, and it didn't roll, I guess, off the tongue like everybody wanted it to. Or like I wanted it to. I'm not really trying to be concerned with everybody, but I do want to make it easy to find. You know, make it easy to find and make it memorable. So RealLeeAtl, I think because no one had it, I went on ahead and snatched it. I wanted it to be relatable to, you know, my name and my authenticity in terms of what the things that I want to talk about, and then also where I am located. I mean, I probably shouldn't have put ATL unless it was timeless, you know, I don't know. Meaning that, you know, if I leave here, can I still use it? Probably, you know, probably. But I just wanted it to be timeless, and I wanted it to be something that I could continue to use. I'm on my way to work. Oh, sorry. We have a 9 o'clock meeting this morning, Monday morning meeting. And then I also got a bunch of crap in my car. Now, when I say crap, I mean I've got my computer laptop bag. I've got my workout bag because I'm going to be working out at the gym in my office instead of, you know, anytime I go to work. Instead of working out after work, I'm just going to work out during my lunch hour and then, you know, get my steps in that way, get my little quick workout in that way. They have showers and stuff like that. So it'll be okay. You know, it's just the first day I decide to do it, it's freezing. It's been beautiful all weekend here in Georgia. And behind a log truck. Y'all, when I bought my house, I didn't realize it was on an industrial highway for the most part. And this is just the slowest. It slows me up. I hope he's turning into one of these places. Anyway, I digress. Yes, he is. God is so good. God is so good. Look. He's turning. Whew. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm kind of late, so, because I should have been there already. I try to get there between 8:15 and 8:30 when I do decide to go in the office, especially if we have a meeting, so that I can go ahead and get my coffee or set up my computer or whatever. Just have 30 minutes to be prepared, because I don't like to rush at all. I hate rushing in terms of just going to work. And this morning it's crazy because I want to talk about insomnia. You know, I am having the worst case of insomnia and it's driving me nuts. Last night, after I hung out, did y'all know it was National Margarita Day yesterday? I had no idea it was National Margarita Day on yesterday. I think I put a clip in here where we were just kind of I'm going to put a clip in here where we were hanging out. I stopped by my Mexican spot because earlier that day, I didn't get any sleep last night. So earlier that day, I was just kind of lounging, just hanging around the house in my bed, watching TV, doing nothing. And then my homegirl called and she was like, well, it's around lunchtime, and she was getting ready to go to Houston's. Well, I wasn't dressed and I didn't want her to have to wait. So I just said, well, when you get back from Houston's, give me a call and maybe we can hook up and do something. That was the plan. Well, long story short, she was at Houston's. I didn't hear from her till almost 3 hours later. And by that time, I had already decided, let me go have me a little fun, you know, because I'm not going to sit around and wait. You know, she probably forgot, or she probably got into something else. Not forgot, but she probably got into something else, which is understandable because I was with her Friday and Saturday. So she never called back. And well, she called back, and when she did, I was already out. I had decided to get up, get dressed, get out, and get dressed enough to where I could run errands and go have a cocktail if I need to, so I didn't have to come back home. So I decided on my way to run errands, I was like, I don't really have anything that I need that I can't pick up later, which is true. I'm going to regret it today, though, because I got to go to the grocery store. I've got to get my fruit. I got to get prepared for this week in terms of food or whatever. So I wish I would have got that stuff yesterday. Let me just say that. That's my fault. And there's nothing like going to the store after work. But the good news is I will have gotten my workout on, so I don't have to rush back to do that. All right, anyway, back to the story. I decide on around, I don't know, maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock. I was like, let me get up and get dressed and go run my errands. Well, instead of running my errands, I was like, I said, let me go by the place and just see, if I recognize any cars or anything like that, and who's here or whatever. Why am I DJI looking like that? Okay. And when I pull in the parking lot, it was pretty doggone, decent in terms of the people. So I was like, let me just go in. I'm dressed. I'm fine. Let me just go in. And it was freezing that day too. But anyway, went in and they had a DJ and my friends were at the bar and a lot of other people this is strong. A lot of other people that don't normally be there. So I was like, what is going on? And my friends was like, it's National Margarita Day. I'm like, what? On a Sunday? I had no idea. I was super excited about that. I said, well, let me just go on and sit down then and enjoy the festivities then, And I did. And my friend actually ended up coming up there. She ended up coming up there because she said she was texting me and my phone was in my purse. And that's one thing when I'm out, I try not to just hang on to the phone unless I'm waiting on someone to call me or I'm waiting for somebody to, get in touch with me or something like that. But I don't just keep my phone out like that. So I didn't have my phone. It was in my purse. I was sitting at the bar, which is the safest place to kind of have your phone because people get tipsy and they pick up the wrong phone, and that has happened before. So is this light? Oh God, I ain't gonna run it, and I'm not rushing either. So she said that when I noticed that she did call, I called her back, and she was like, I said, hey, what's up? And she was like, I'm in the parking lot. And I'm like, of Mexico Lindo? She said, yeah. She said she was going to ride by there because she knew I'd be there, and she saw one of my cars, and she said she had to look at the tag to make sure it was me. But she made her way up there where I was, honey, and had a good time. She was already feeling good, I guess, from her other festivities before. I told you she went to Houston's, had lunch and everything. But she was feeling good, and she was just like, I love her when she's in that mood. She brings out a lot of fun. And then she knew, we had a couple friends in common up there anyway, so. But it was actually fun. I'm glad I went. I only stayed till about, I guess I stayed till about 7-ish, because I was already up there at like 3 something. And when I got home, she came home for a minute with me. We hung out for a second, about an hour. Whew. Excuse me. And then I decided, I said, well, you know what'll make me sleep good tonight is a bubble bath. So I ran me a bubble bath. And what did I do that for? I did the lavender and Epsom salt, Dr. Teal's, I think it's Dr. Teal's, bath soap. Took me a nice hot bubble bath and bathed really well. Then got up and showered afterwards. And then next thing I knew, after I had lotioned down and put on my pajamas, I got in my bed, and my intent was to watch my lineup that I normally watch on Sundays, which is Guilty Pleasures. I'm sorry, I watch Zeus. And I watched the baddies and Jocelyn Hernandez and log cabin love or whatever, all of those stupid stuff. That's just one night a week, and only if I feel like it, for real, because sometimes they fight too much and I don't want to be looking at all that fighting among us black women, but whatever, they younger. So was looking at that, and I was only into it for like 10 minutes, I think, and I was asleep. So mind you, it's like 8:30, 8:45. So I feel like I'm getting to bed at a good time. Honey, I wake up at 1:20, 1:25, something like that. And when I wake up, I said, I'm not going to turn on the TV. I'm going to just, not going to turn on the TV. I'm going to just try to stay asleep. I went to use the restroom and I could not go back to sleep. So then I started to look at my phone I heard like a little noise, which prompted me to pick up my phone, which I know it's just the house settling, because my alarm or anything like that, my motion detectors or nothing didn't go off. But I picked it up, and then I started looking at my ADT stuff and my alarm stuff, and just checking it and recalibrating it, and looking at my doorbell ring and even Ring camera and resetting it. And so by the time I did all of this, because it had me down that rabbit hole, it's 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So then I start to doze back off to sleep, but then I just could not go back. I was getting into a sleep, but something else woke me up. I don't even know what, but I just woke up. Then I turned on the TV. Then I started watching, Life Over 60, Life Over 70, Insomnia, just stuff, and like 21 things to buy that you should buy every month, that's affordable and it lasts long and all that stuff of value. I mean, just random stuff. Y'all, by the time I went to bed, actually fell asleep, it was 5:45. 5:45, almost 6 in the morning, and I get up at 6:30. So needless to say, when my clock goes off at 6:30, because I'm sleepy now, I'm tired, I'm aggravated, and I'm sleepy, my alarm goes off, and I snooze it for first 10 minutes, and then another 20 minutes. So I've snoozed it twice. And then I get up at 7:15. I get out of bed. I said, let me get up out of bed at 7:15. So then when I get up at 7:15, I go downstairs because the house is freezing. I had to turn on my fireplace and turn on heat. The house is freezing. I mean, I don't usually turn on heat or anything like that. If it's just me, I have a heater upstairs in my room, but the house is cold. So I go downstairs, turn on the fireplace, get ready to make me a pot of coffee. And then I said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and make me a salad. Let me make my breakfast. I put some bacon in the air fryer. I had 2 boiled eggs already. So, had my breakfast, made my coffee. I made my lunch. I was going to go to Publix and just buy a ready-made salad already, right? But I was like, I don't want to pick up a salad on my way to work because that's going to put me back, So I said, well, let's just use the time that I would go to the store to go ahead and make me a lunch. So I made a salad with anything that I had in the fridge. Mainly peppers and lettuce, like the snack peppers, yellow and red and, green and, I don't know what else I put on that salad. But anyway, it's a nice hearty salad. So I made my lunch. I had my breakfast. I had my coffee. Then I had to go back upstairs. And then I said, well, you know what? I need to go to the gym today. I got my key fob for my gym pass working, or my gym working. So I said, while I'm doing this, might as well pack a bag. So that took a little bit more time. So that's why, and you know what? Now that I think about it, when I was up in the middle of the night doing nothing, I could have been packing me a bag for the gym. I could have been probably, chopping up a salad real quick for lunch today. But I didn't think of those things until I got ready to get up. So y'all, I'm telling you, I've got to figure out why the insomnia, what's going on with me. I'm literally waking up every night. It used to be, 3, 4 in the morning, maybe 4, but at least I would have gotten some solid sleep. So I'm used to waking up that time of morning. And lo and behold, it's now 1 o'clock, 1 in the morning. Like, that ain't it. That's not really what time I go to sleep sometimes, So, y'all got to help me, honey, because I have no idea. Give me some ideas on what to do. I've tried to drink chamomile tea. I don't really like tea unless I'm sick. Does that make sense? I don't really like warm tea unless I drink it with some lemon, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's because I'm sick. I digress, but I don't know why they wait to work on the highway when people got to go to work. Like, why would you do that? And they also do it on the weekends, though, when people have places to be. So I guess there's no win situation. I feel like they should do it at night, overnight. I guess it's more dangerous, though, when they do it at night because people be out driving and they don't see them or something. I don't know. But it definitely makes it very inconvenient in the morning when people are trying to go to work. I hope I'm not cranky today because I have a conference call. Well, I have a meeting this morning, a Monday morning meeting, and then I have a conference call with a client they're in Alabama, so it'll be on a central time. So I think it's 11 o'clock their time, 12 o'clock my time. And then I have to work around working out. The gym is in my building and it's just downstairs, 1 floor down. So that's pretty easy to get to. Tomorrow I have a broker lunch. And then next week I'll be in Indy. So I gotta fly to Indy on Monday. I think I fly on Monday. Yeah, I'm having a brain fog when it comes to stuff like this right now because I'm not getting enough sleep. I don't know what's waking me up. And I've just never had insomnia like this before. I mean, when I say I'm up like clear as day up. So y'all look at all my stuff. I got my gym bag. I don't know if you can see it. You can't. It's all the way around. I mean, it won't go all the way around. But I got my computer bag, my lunchbox, my gym bag. I've never gone to work with 3 bags in my car. I never have. But, I'm actually making a concerted effort, right, to start the week out right. Maybe if I'm working out, that'll help me with getting to sleep at night. I just got to get this lazy spirit off of me, I did ask God to remove the lazy spirit from me because right now I am lazy. Certain stuff I just don't want to do. And certain stuff I just don't have to do, But anyway, y'all, so that I don't have to shut this down when I start to park, I'm going to go ahead and end this video or in this recording session right now. I'll come back. I might record myself in the gym. Just depends on how much setup I have to do. I do have my tripod with the little one anyway. So we'll see. But anyway, you guys, I hope you have a great Monday. If not, create a good day. And oh my gosh, you idiot. You freaking idiot. Just weird. Don't even care. I just said create a good day, right? Yeah, you guys try to have a better day than I know I will. I'm going to talk myself into having a great day. But I'll see you sooner than later. Mwah. Margarita Day, and I just stopped in here for a drink real quick, and I had no idea it was National Margarita Day. So they in here having a good old time. They got a whole DJ in this place. had no idea. This is a Sunday, y'all. I'm just saying. Only in Atlanta. I don't give a fuck.